We are live. Welcome to the That's Good Broncos podcast. Today we are previewing Broncos versus Raiders. So we're going to smash together the prediction episode and the game picks episode because it's Christmas this weekend. Will's been moving. I'm behind and just ran out of time to put them together, Will. So we're going live. We're going to preview Broncos Raiders, and we are also going to pick all of the games this week, like we do every week.
Yeah.
Oh, do I gotta make this video? Gosh dang it! It's live, but I forgot to make it public. Here we go, publish.
Let's get somebody to watch this for the love of God.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this for charity.
Now it will show up as being live on YouTube. Dang. All right, today's episode sponsored by
Santa Claus.
DraftKings. Santa Claus. DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up over at DraftKings. All right, there we go. We got one viewer now because I made it live.
Welcome, sir or madam.
Sir or madam. Oh, nope, they left.
Nope. See ya.
See ya. Damn, I think that really screws up people being able to watch what I just did.
Should we start over?
Maybe. Let me look. What do we got going on here? Where are my live stats? Oh, we got a few people in now. Okay. We'll keep going.
All right.
Fuck it. We'll do it live, and we're doing it live. Benchwarmerbrew.com if you want to buy my coffee. Thank you guys for joining us. All right, Will, we got me, Clink 702 going to the game Sunday.
Nice.
Important game. Is this in Vegas or in Denver?
It's in Vegas.
Okay.
They already played in Denver. We did not care for the result. You were there.
Oh, that's right. I can't even remember that I was at that game. That's how long ago it was. And honestly, I think I've been fighting sinus infection since that week. So my brain is stupid. It's fried. The Raiders beat the shit out of the Broncos that go around.
Yeah,
but
they did.
The Raiders had just had John Gruden resign. So they're not getting that boost, that head coach is gone boost. And now this game is equally important for both teams because with a win, they get to keep their playoff chances alive. The Raiders just beat the Browns. Will, are you confident that the Broncos can do something different to get a win this week as compared to what they did last week to lose to the Bengals?
Am I confident? No. However, am I confident in the Raiders? Also, no. No. I don't think these are two of the washiest 7-7 teams you could have asked for. These teams are the definition of up and down.
Yeah.
And they're extremely unreliable. When you expect them to win, they lose, and when you expect them to lose, they win. I don't expect anything from either of these teams. I don't think that the first game really serves as much of a roadmap for the second one because that game was kind of special circumstances with John Gruden on the way out. And you know who was actually a huge factor in that game for the Raiders?
Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. And since then, he is no longer an active NFL player. He is, in fact, in jail.
Yep.
A little morbid for the holiday season. But it's honestly a huge factor. It's been a huge factor for the Raiders offense. I think it makes life a lot easier for Denver. And I think their secondary has grown up a lot since that game. Oh, and by the way, we have a different quarterback too.
And
Teddy
Drew
Bridgewater
Lock
played pretty poorly in that game for the most part. And I mean, Drew Lock played pretty poorly the last time he played in Las Vegas. Played a little better the last game of the season against the Raiders. But I don't know. If you think you have a grasp on how Drew Lock is going to play this Sunday,
You're a liar.
You're a liar. We don't know. We don't know. Come on.
You're a liar, or you should be doing a lot of sports betting. You know?
Yes.
A ton of sports betting.
Absolutely. That's like Back to the Future level knowledge if you can predict what Drew Lock is going to do this Sunday. Because honestly, I have no idea. I thought he played all right against the Bengals. You can't really say that fumble aside because that was a huge play in the game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a passing play.
No, it wasn't. I think that's it's like a play you can work around. It's not like a play he's going to be doing, I think, a lot this week. I hope to God they're not asking him to, do the read option. It's really what you worry about with Drew Lock is throwing interceptions. So I think he can limit that. I don't think the Raiders' secondary is particularly good. No. I think he can actually take advantage of them, and I think the Broncos receivers can outplay them. I think Cortland Sutton will be involved in this game. We saw Patrick get involved once Drew Lock came in last week. So there are a lot of things there I like. And the Broncos secondary, Pat Surtain, has been shutting people down. High praise from Justin Simmons this week on Richard Sherman's podcast, who said he doesn't even worry about Pat Surtain's side of the field, which is it was a weird week to say that because on the other side of the field is where that touchdown Simmons gave up came from. So we'll just keep worrying about that other side of the field, Justin. I don't foresee that mistake happening again. And Bryce Callahan came back. I thought Callahan played well, but if you look up his Pro Football Focus grade, they really shat on him for no real reason. Let's see what this is what I hate about Pro Football Focus. They say Bryce Callahan gave up 4 receptions on 5 targets for 44 yards. 0 touchdowns there. Okay, he gave up 44 yards, and they give him an overall grade of 57.8, which is horrible. That is flawed. That is so flawed.
I don't remember him being a problem except for like one pass to T. Higgins, which I think was like half of the yardage right there.
Yeah. The long play he gave up is 19 yards. That is bullshit because I think the Broncos secondary is much better with Bryce Callahan back there alongside Pat. They gave Pat Surtain a coverage grade of 55.9.
They don't fucking know what they're talking about.
He gave up 21 yards. Like, what context is that under?
The whole secondary held one of the best passing offenses in the league to 157 yards through the air. Yeah. Jamar Chase had 1 reception for 3 yards. Now, Bengals fans will be like, "Oh, well, his job is actually to draw coverage away, to open up plays for the other receivers." Well, guess what? The other receivers weren't open. If you're drafting a wide receiver in the top 5, he better have more than 3 yards against a good cornerback like Patrick Surtain.
Exactly.
Grow up, Bengals fans.
Well, Bengals fans have actually been pretty cool to me, Will. So,
well, not those ones.
Yeah, not those ones. The other Bengals fans were like, "Dude, your defense was great."
Those ones are obviously cool, and I wasn't talking about them.
Dude, check that. Okay, so they're crediting Darby with giving up that touchdown to Boyd.
Okay,
that 56-yard touchdown. They're calling it Darby. Somehow, he still has a better coverage grade from Pro Football Focus than Surtain and Callahan, who did not give up the 156-yard touchdown. you need to reevaluate your shit, Pro Football Focus. That's wrong. It's stupid, and it's making me angry because it's the one thing I know the Broncos defense is pretty damn solid at.
Someone needs to obviously we love Pro Football Focus when they confirm our biases and when they insinuate that someone on our team isn't very good and it clashes with what we see with the eye test, then we tend to discredit them. So we can't really have it both ways. But someone needs to do an audit on Pro Football Focus. And I don't feel like we have a very good idea of what their methods actually are.
No, what we need to create is a website called Pro Football Focus Audit. Yes. And we take their grades and then we grade their grades. So
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Watch out, Collinsworth. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. All right. So Broncos secondary. I think they have the advantage over the Raiders ball catchers. Hunter Renfrow, he is an issue. He's good. He's a good undersized scat receiver. Yeah, he's a scat receiver. But he's Derek Carr's safety valve.
Wouldn't Odell Beckham be the ultimate scat receiver?
Because of poop.
Kidding.
Are the Raiders getting Darren Waller back? That's a question.
Huge question. The Broncos have been good against tight ends, though. Darren Waller may be an exception, but overall, I think the Broncos have done a really good job against good tight ends. Travis Kelce had 2 catches against Denver, which before that game I thought would be impossible. Their Achilles heel historically, or at least for the last few seasons, tight ends, not the case this year. So that being said, I would prefer Darren Waller to come back next week and not this week.
Get your rest, Darren. And it looks like there's a good chance he won't play again this week, according to Google.
Fabian Moreau is about to have 134 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Foster Moreau.
That's right. There's a Fabian Moreau, though. I think he plays for the Washingtons.
Somewhere in there. And Zay Jones, he's kind of been he's emerged as their deep threat, their number one guy. I guess Deshaun Jackson's there. But again, I trust the Broncos defense. I trust their secondary. And I trust the Broncos pass rush, which was pretty good against Cincinnati, I thought. But Joe Burrow, and I kind of took this out of the recap, Joe Burrow is slippery. He's a slippery quarterback.
He is. He really is.
The Broncos, I felt should have had 4 or 5 sacks in that game. And Burrow basically just slipped his way through the pocket or escaped pressure. And he turned a couple of those plays into gains or into plays. But the Raiders, not great pass protecting football team at the moment. So I expect the Broncos pass rush to kind of do what it did against Cincinnati. But Derek Carr, who not quite as mobile as Burrow, I don't think it avoids all of those sacks like we saw Burrow do last week.
Yeah, and there's a chance they could get Malik Reed back from COVID. The 10-day period has passed, but you don't know about whether he'll pass conditioning. But I like what I saw out of Bradley Chubb. Aside from trying to spear that one Bengals player after he was on the ground for about 2 seconds, I think he came back pretty strong and made a difference. Yeah,
it's the sacks numbers weren't there, but it felt like he was disrupting the Bengals timing, the passing timing. So maybe we start to see the Bradley Chubb we all grew to love from his rookie season.
Yeah, and we're hoping to get Draymond Jones back too. Draymond Jones was coming off of one of the best games of his career against the Lions. Oddly, I feel like he's played against the Lions twice, Draymond Jones, and I think he averages 2.5 sacks against them. Very strange. Oh, Horsecock Lock back in the comments.
I never retired Horsecock Lock, guys. Never retired Horsecock Lock. Horsecock Lock is back this week. Okay.
Yeah, he's on the verge of retiring himself if he doesn't play well.
Yeah, he got to play well. The other issue for the Raiders, they don't run the ball effectively. I thought Josh Jacobs was going to be a big factor for them this season, but they're fourth worst in terms of rushing yards per game. So it's like if the Raiders can't get those big plays in the passing game, they're not a team that's going to take your will away by running the ball down your throat, which is obviously the only formula for the Broncos' success on the other side is to run the ball effectively with Williams and Gordon. What's the Raiders' run defense, Will? Do you have that info?
Yes, I do. They are, let's see, 25th in rushing defense, allowing 122.7 yards per game. So not very good.
Yes. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. Broncos need to run the ball against the Raiders, set up the opportunities for Drew Lock, play action pass, which is something he does well. And the Broncos should stop the Raiders' rush attack because it seems like everybody can stop them. Like I said, fourth worst in the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, Kenyon Drake randomly had a fantastic game against the Broncos.
That's right.
He scored 2 of his 3 touchdowns this season against Denver. One was rushing, one was receiving. I don't know if I would anticipate that happening again. The defense is like I said, they've really shored up since that game, and so yeah, I don't know. Josh Jacobs is averaging 3.7 yards a carry this year.
Yeah.
Which is really, really bad because the NFL average is 4.2. And if you want to ask yourself, why are the Raiders like this? It's because they had a draft where they had 3 first-round picks, and they spent them on Cleveland Farrell, Josh Jacobs, and Jonathan Abram. And that was probably their best first round in a long time.
Yeah.
This is why the one guy are who they are.
And the one guy you were sold on as being the smart pick, Josh Jacobs, they're just not getting the production out of him right now. And part of that's because half their offensive line left this offseason because they didn't want to be around John Gruden anymore. So,
yeah, exactly.
That's kind of like the state of the Raiders. Their defense right now, third worst in the NFL in points per game at 26.7. Luckily for the Raiders, the Broncos' offense is not good at scoring points, so that might not even matter. I think we're going to see the Broncos win. And I think it's because they're a little bit better football team than the Raiders, and they're both the bottom feeders of the AFC West. No arguing that right now. But also, just based on, my superstitions, the Broncos have to win this week to get me excited so they can go ahead and then lose to the Chargers next week and piss me off again. It's just been the trajectory of the season. The Raiders were not impressive against a Browns team that had nobody. Nobody. The Raiders should have won that game decisively, and they couldn't do it. Part of the issue, they had trouble with, Myles Garrett. And the Browns secondary, to their credit, Browns have a very good secondary. So even with all of the people they didn't have playing, Broncos, they're really the only injury is Teddy Bridgewater. And you've got Drew Lock coming in. And I don't think any of us even consider Drew Lock a downgrade from Teddy at this point. It's just like
it's just a different play style. It's a different play style.
He has different strengths, different weaknesses. I don't think either of those things elevate him above Teddy at this point or drop him lower than Teddy. It's just like he's going to make a couple mistakes, but hopefully the good plays, the big positive plays outweigh that. And I'm going to believe in Horsecock Lock. One more time. I got this hat at the Broncos Raiders game. It's coming back on. And I know I look like an insane person, an unkempt man who probably spends most of his nights out on the streets. But give me the Broncos winning this game. I can't even say either of these teams will score 20 points. 19-16.
I'm going to go against you a little bit there. I agree that, yeah, sure. Let's take the Broncos winning. I think it's going to be a randomly high-scoring game. I'm going to go 34-31 Denver.
Wow.
Why not?
Cool.
Yeah. I know I just said a lot of nice things about Denver's defense, but I think Drew Lock will throw a pick 6, but he will also throw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, pick 6 and special teams for the Broncos gives up a touchdown.
Yeah, the defense plays well, though.
Hunter Renfrow has a 99-yard punt return. I don't even know if he's their punt returner, but they're going to put him back there.
He has been, at least. Is that out of the realm of possibility? No, of course not. I think it's probably the most likely outcome.
Yeah, 100%. He's going to look like Dante Hall. That's what he's going to look like.
Yeah, taking advantage of multiple blocks in the back.
Oh, God.
That
There's 2 on that play for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into the picks for every game right after I tell you about my friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Official sports betting partner of the NBA, in addition to the NFL, and Christmas week, they've got holiday spirit to give away. Just $5. You bet on any NBA team to win, and you can win $150 in free bets if they're victorious. It's a great way to put a little extra jingle in your pocket. All DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also get in the Christmas spirit with the holiday free bet surprise. What's the surprise, you're wondering? Well, everyone will get a free bet up to $50 instantly as DraftKings gives away up to $10 million in prizes. Dang. DraftKings, safe, secure, reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your money whenever the hell you want. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code DNVR. Bet just $5 on any NBA team and win $150 in free bets if they're victorious. That's code DNVR this Christmas week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook betting partner of the NBA and NFL. Must be 21 or older, Colorado only, new customers only, restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Did it. Okay, well, we're going to pick some games.
Let's do it.
Let me pop it up. Baboo. Yeah. All right. We were 70. Let's see here. Where are we at? We rank at 36. That's about where we were last week. Travis Moody holding on strong. Dang. 120 points last week for Travis Moody.
Travis.
Look at Kevin climbing the board. 140 last week. He was spot on. James, let's just see who was the top performers last week. Kevin Beese from Patreon. God, I was supposed to do the Patreon meeting this week. Shit got crazy. Will and I will figure it out for next week. I promise, Patreon. I promise. A lot of solid performers here. James August, Valentin Schroeder, C. Rourke. Is that Cody Rourke? I don't know. Zach Allen, Travis Moody, Aiden Gorell, Michael Estes, Evan Howe. A lot of solid performers. Who are the bottom feeders? Oh, come on. Arrange it by worst. Bastards.
They're not going to do it.
Okay, so we were on the front page still. 110. Oh, we did all right, actually. 110. Okay.
Pretty good.
Not bad. So let's go in and pick these games. And I don't want to spend too much time on them.
I am right there with you.
Okay. This is actually an interesting game Thursday night.
It's a great game.
49ers.
Thursday night game.
Yeah. Going to Tennessee. Is this the last Thursday night game of the year?
Very well might be because we have 3 weeks left. Yeah, so there's going to be Saturday, and then I think the last week is all Sunday. So I think think it is.
Yeah, I'm just confirming. It looks like it. So Thursday night, we got 58% of the people picking Tennessee here. I don't. That's
I like the
interesting.
49ers. I think they're playing as well as just
Yeah,
about anybody.
I do too. We talked a lot about it in the power rankings. Jimmy G's been great for the last 8 games.
Yeah.
George Kittle makes that offense just much more dynamic. And they should be getting Elijah Mitchell healthy this week or next week. And until the Titans get Derrick Henry back, like,
Yeah,
on,
I
guys.
mean, there's kind of the difference between these two teams because they're kind of similar is, the Titans are winning without Derrick Henry, but they're not as efficient. The 49ers, it just doesn't matter who's at running back. Like Jeff Wilson, Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel, they're just good at running the ball. Tennessee's hanging on, and the Colts are really breathing down their neck. But, yeah, I like the 49ers here.
49ers, Browns, Packers. We'll take the Packers.
Correct.
Colts, Cardinals.
Ooh, good game.
Another good one. 30 only. Wow. These picks seem the wrong way. Like,
yeah. Come on, people. Did you watch the Colts?
They just beat the Patriots. The Cardinals have dropped a couple in a row. Kyler Murray has not looked good. I like the Colts.
I like the Colts too.
I feel like and don't get me wrong, the Cardinals are good. And they need this win. And this would do a lot to convince me that the Cardinals are a contender. I have felt like they are a good football team for most of the season, but I also felt like they were kind of overrated, and I couldn't put my finger on it.
Cliff Kingsbury is something like 0-5 when his team has a chance to lock up a playoff spot.
Cool. So, I saw Vic Fangio is 1-22 when his team is trailing at halftime. So
yeah, really, really awesome. Great.
All right. Lions, Falcons game doesn't. Well, technically the Falcons might still be alive, but doesn't matter.
Give me the Lions.
All right, Jared Goff going into
figuring something out. I watched that video of Dan Campbell in the locker room. God, I would run through not just a brick wall. I would run through an electric fence for that man.
A brick wall that is electrically charged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have those.
I think he's their guy. And I think him calling plays is impressive. I don't think he should necessarily be doing that, but I guess I didn't think he had it in him, but I think it's because he does not come off like a intelligent offensive play caller. It seems like he just gives off that vibe, and it's not fair to him. You know what I mean? It's not fair to him at all, but
I might just understand where you're coming from.
Okay head coach. He might be an okay head coach.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do in the offseason.
Yeah. A head coach has to offer, something outside of being a good play caller. It's like I would have kind of looked at Dan Campbell like Mike McCarthy, but the motivation is real with Dan Campbell. Like, you believe him, whereas Mike McCarthy, it just feels forced and fake. But I also think Dan Campbell might have a better football mind than Mike McCarthy. So
yeah, I mean, give Dan Campbell, Aaron Rodgers, and Brett Favre.
Oh my God!
See what happens,
dude. How funny would it be if Aaron Rodgers said he wanted to go to Detroit and just save that city? All right,
that would probably be the greatest thing to happen to Detroit since
Eminem
ever. Yeah, okay. Eminem being a close second.
Ravens, Bengals. Here we go. This is great appropriate. Game. 48% taking the Ravens, the Bengals. 52% the Bengals.
kicked the shit out of the Ravens the first time they played, and that was in Baltimore. That being said, give me the Ravens. What about you?
Yeah, I think the Bengals have a real problem, and it's their offensive line. And it's what everybody was worried about when they didn't take offensive line help in the draft. I think they have like a bottom 5 offensive line in pass protection. Joe Burrow is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. And I think it's just taking a toll on the production of that offense. And they were able to sort of negate that with Joe Mixon running effectively. But he's been basically
Not the
shut down
case.
3 weeks in a row. Where's the Ravens' run defense at? Because I think it's pretty good. Where are you at,
I'm going to
Ravens?
trust you
Oh,
on that.
it's the best in the league in terms of yards allowed per game at 86.2. So, yeah. I like the Ravens here. Whether or not it's Lamar or Huntley, I don't care. I like them both.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
All right. And that said, I would love to see the Bengals finish atop of that division just to change it up. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Here we go. Rams, Vikings. Vikings currently have that 7th seed in the NFC, which is stupid.
2-game win streak.
2-game win streak. The Eagles are 7-7. The Saints are 7-7. The Rams, they were effective against the Seahawks. Not overly impressive by any means, but
Not at all.
I like Sony Michel right now, and I think he's helping their offense.
Okay, we
Just
also have
enough.
to take advantage. We have to take into account that the Rams are coming off of a Tuesday night game and playing a Sunday morning game in Minnesota.
Yeah. This could be a
That's
fun
something to
game.
think about.
This could be a fun game between Cooper Kupp and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Top 2, I believe, in receiving yards right now. I mean, Cooper Kupp's ahead by quite a bit, but I mean, you could just argue that the 2 best wide receivers in the league right now. And if this game comes down to like both of those guys having like 200 receiving yards, I think we'll all be happy. If Minnesota wins, it's because they do what they do well, and that is run the ball with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, despite his best efforts, has done the impossible. He has won 2 primetime games in a row. First
2.
game because Dalvin Cook had 200 yards, and the second one he won with how many passing yards did he have against the Bears? Like
Cousins against the
like
Bears?
something like 87, maybe.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
Very bad. Threw one of the worst interceptions
Yeah,
in recent
87.
memory.
87.
Ooh, okay. Great job against like a Chicago Bears secondary that came directly off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the Rams.
Take the Rams. Also, I think the Rams pass rush is starting to gel. Von Miller finally got a sack, but it felt like Russell Wilson, and again, it's the Seahawks line, but it felt like Russell Wilson was under duress basically all night. So I don't think Cousins handles that as well either. Buffalo, New England. Wow. Another great game this week. That's as good as San Fran, Tennessee, Colts, Cardinals, Bills, Patriots. Those are my 3 games of the week.
And they're all at the same time.
Cool. All in the morning.
Good job, NFL.
Red zone gonna be hot. Damn, there's a lot of morning games. Jesus. We got 1, 2, 3 afternoon games. What are you doing, NFL?
I'm okay with that just because the Broncos are playing in the afternoon slot.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be paying attention to much else. I kind of want to take the Bills here. I think they're playing a little bit better. I could see them going on a hot streak. And I wrote this in power rankings, but they're top 5 in scoring both offensively and defensively. And that is not their point differential would suggest that this is an 11-3 team in an 8-6 team's body. So I think, sooner or later they're going to get some breaks, and the close games are going to start flipping. And I think they win a close one here in New England.
Yeah, I liked the positive spin you put on that. The Bills don't have the thing that the Colts have that they use to beat the Patriots, which is a strong rushing attack. That's what worries me a little bit. I like the way Gabe Davis has been playing. Emmanuel Sanders was out, and Cole Beasley probably not playing or isn't going to play, can't play this week because of COVID. So maybe, the Bills need Diggs, Davis, and I don't know if Sanders will be back or not, but a little bit limited. But I think they're finding what we saw last year, that Gabe Davis is a good weapon and he needs to be targeted more. But yeah, I'll take the Bills. I can't tell if I just want the Bills to win this game versus whether I think they're going to win it.
It can be both. It can be both.
Yeah.
I want to see the Bills in the playoffs again.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Jags, Jets. Who gives a shit? Jets have like 15 people on the COVID list right now. I guess we got to see how that shakes out. 70% of the people.
I don't know how you could be, sold either way on this game.
What? Yeah.
I mean,
Kevin,
yeah,
who's Kevin picking? That's what I want to know.
Interesting that you've got the number 1 pick versus the number 2 pick. And they're both playing actually, I'd say Zach Wilson's playing a little bit better right now.
Yeah.
Than Trevor Lawrence. I think that's fair to say. The Jets also, neither of these teams do any favors to who cares? Just pick one. I don't care.
I'll pick the Jags.
Screw it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, wait, the Jags, what? They have the number 1 pick now? Maybe they're going to try to lose. Jets.
Well, yeah. What's the advantage of having the number 1 pick? I don't know. Getting a good defensive end. Sure.
Yeah. You just want 1 or 2 there, basically. All right. Giants, Eagles. 94% taking the Eagles. I am too. I like what the Eagles are doing, and that's running for 200 yards every week.
Yeah. Daniel Jones out for the season.
Yeah. Next strain must be serious. Eagles. Devontae Smith. Oh, my God.
Good player.
Great catch. And I heard Jalen Smith missed one to him as well, but Eagles are putting something together. Tom and I talked a lot about them maybe being a dangerous team in the NFC if they get into the playoffs. Wow. The Bucs coming off a 0-point performance and 97% of the people still suckling their teat.
Yeah, I am among them.
Yeah, it's the Panthers. Although
Chris Godwin out for the year.
Godwin's out. Lenny Fournette's not playing. He's on IR for 3 weeks. They should get AB back. Cam Newton. I have never wanted you to have a game as bad as I do this week. Give me 2 rushing touchdowns, Cam. Throw a touchdown. I don't know. Find a way to beat him. But we'll take the Bucs. We're going to take the Chargers over the Texans. Don't got to think about that. Oh, Davis Mills starting to play.
Playing all right. He's technically been the second best rookie quarterback.
Next to Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In totally opposite situations, too. So you could argue that he's been the best.
Yeah, he's on the worst team.
Put Davis Mills on the Patriots. Like, what happens? Is their record that much worse?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe a little bit. Probably like 8-6 right now.
Maybe. All right. Bears, Seahawks. This game's pretty irrelevant. Justin Fields sometimes looks good. Most of the time does not look good. Bears have a lot of problems. Seahawks also have a lot of problems. I'll take Seattle, I guess.
Yeah, why not?
Bears defense is good.
Totally 50-50.
The Bears have a solid defense. This will be probably a low-scoring game. All right, then we got Steelers, Chiefs. And right now, Tyreek Hill, COVID protocol, as are like 6 or 7 other Chiefs. Let me see if I can find the list of Chiefs.
Steelers
affect
are
the game?
coming off of a victory against the I forget who they played.
Yeah. All right.
Chiefs
So
are
this,
coming off of several victories.
yeah. Linebacker Nick Bolton, Lucas Niang, their tackle, Rashad Fenton, Blake Bell, Kyle Long, Armani Watts, all added to the reserve COVID list, in addition to Tyreek Hill. Kelsey, Harrison Butker, Charvarius Ward, they were all placed on the list Monday. So there are 13 players on the list. I think a lot of those guys can be back, so it might be a non-issue. But if Tyreek Hill can't play, that's pretty big. If Rashad Fenton can't play, that's pretty big. Nick Bolton's been doing a lot at linebacker for them. But I guess only 7% of the people believe the Steelers can win. That's probably about right.
I don't know. I'm going to take the Chiefs either way. I think their defense
Yeah.
has been playing so well.
Okay. Defense has been playing well, and that offensive line is really starting to finally come together. And there's a lot of new pieces on that line to start the season, so, something like that can take a little time. Fuck you, Raiders. I'm taking the Broncos. 27%. Wow, the disrespect between 2 7-7 teams. Are you kidding me?
Disgusting.
Are you kidding me? Oh, because the Raiders barely beat the Browns. All right. Football team Cowboys.
I'll take the Cowboys. They just
Okay.
played. This is weird.
Yeah. And Monday night, we actually got a really interesting game, in my opinion.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Wow. I don't get it. I don't get how 2 7-7 teams with Broncos, Raiders, Dolphins, Saints, and not even 30% of the people are taking one team in those matchups.
Yeah, the Dolphins have won 6 games in a row. The Saints haven't been terribly impressive recently. I know they shut out the Buccaneers, but was not totally inspiring. Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins just because this number percentage pissed me off, honestly.
Yeah.
Tua.
Fuck you guys.
Playing behind the worst pass blocking offensive line in the NFL.
Tua's going to get his respect.
Yeah, didn't have Waddle last week. Does Waddle come back? Do they get Jalen Waddle back?
I like him either way.
I do too, but I just want to see.
I'm glad we have one lefty kind of holding it up in the league.
They get Jalen Waddle back, Will, and they also get Phillip Lindsay back.
That clinches it.
That clinches it. Duke Johnson, congrats.
Really good.
He had a great game. Look, I will say this. The Dolphins line is bad. The Saints defense is very good. And they were a problem for Tom Brady. So I think they're going to be a problem for Tua. This is going to be an ugly game between two teams that could sneak into the playoffs. But whoever wins this game, I think it provides them the momentum to be.
Yeah, it's an intriguing game for 2 7-7 teams.
Yeah. I basically said on Grossi Perna show this morning that if the Saints just sort of commit to running the way the Eagles do, that they could win. They could win out and they could win in the playoffs because they have the personnel to do it. They have injuries on their offensive line or whatever, but I don't know. It's like if Kamara, Taysom Hill, and Mark Ingram, you're running 60-70% of the time.
Take some shots to Marquez Callaway. You might be in good shape.
And that's the real difference. The Eagles actually have some playmakers in the passing game with Dallas Goedert, with their rookie wide receiver, who made one of the sickest catches I've ever seen on Tuesday night. And hell, even Greg Ward got a touchdown. But there we go.
Former
We picked all the
Houston
games.
quarterback Greg Ward.
No more bye weeks. 16 out of 16.
We did it.
Again, the Broncos preview is this episode. So that won't be up Saturday. It's Christmas. We got stuff to do. It's a crazy week.
You, the viewer, have better things to do as well.
Yeah, we don't need you watching that.
That's a time with
Will?
your family, for the love of God.
Yeah. Any final thoughts here?
I can't wait to set up my desk. It's only going to take 8 hours according to the instruction manual. Ready for a new podcasting location soon.
Hell yeah. That background gonna look nice. All right. Well, good night.
John Elway's ACL.
Good luck.